Well, people, it was Sunday, February 22nd, 2026. Should have been a nice celebratory day and a day of reflection of our first president because his birthday was today, George Washington. Instead, it was a bloody day in Mexico and probably around the world, right? Because we got two major wars. Then we got this little fake thing going on at the Mar-a-Lago. I reported on that earlier. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Friend Shad Pearson. Welcome again to the channel. Just got back. Took my son back to college. I've been concentrating on this Mexico thing. You know, I haven't done too many videos on Mexico. What a turbulent environment. I remember when I started covering Mexico a long time ago. And then recently, when they had their elections, and Claudia got up in there. And I saw the elections in general and how many people were unalived. Remember that moment in Mexico, it just couldn't settle down? I think you had maybe 30, somewhere in the 30s, if my memory serves me right. Can you imagine running for office and car getting blown up and you getting shot to death? Those are the kind of things. I remember, I think I did at least 2 videos on that. And then when Claudia won and she had the purple and the blue on, I was like, okay, I got you. It's true, baby. I'm going to show you guys that. This famous picture, I've never been able to get this out of my mind. The president of Mexico. I've never been able to get that out of my mind. She came in with the purple and the Tiffany blue. I was like, yeah, you go, girl. I'm like, you know what? I don't think she'll ever get a handle on that thing. Cartels are a special tool being utilized not only in Mexico, but around the world. Is our government a part of that? There's some things I don't just snoop around. You know, you learn. There's certain things you just don't snoop around on, right? And so when it comes to the cartels, I mind my business. The political end I talk about a little bit, but they in that, Pearson. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, are you surprised about what happened today? She don't have no control, y'all. Come on now. Come on, she ain't got no control. It appears to me there are a number of things going on in Mexico. Number one, it's one of quite a few countries and or regions of the world where they're just falling. Venezuela did it years ago. Then we got Maduro, about 5 weeks ago. And now we got friction and chaos. Who knows, maybe temporary, a little shaking going on in Mexico. But you name it, we've got turbulence, social unrest, something, the unraveling. I believe this is an antichrist move that certain people are going to be put out of position. Certain people who are in position will have their warning. And just the overall complexion change. You feel me? And Mexico and America, I think equally this is ours as well. Because see, I had, the reason why I didn't do the video earlier, I'm like, Pearson, that's a woman over there. And you've been saying that Kamala Harris is coming back. I said, now, I think what the powers are going to do, they're allowing us to see that if a woman gets control of something during this moment, then this will show that in the very near future when Kamala Harris gets up in there, she's going to have that type of turmoil to deal with. And she won't be able to handle it. I believe the powers are doing it on purpose to send that type of message. So now a man comes in, he stabilizes it, all by design. I'm not saying women can't run countries. I'm just saying right now, I believe that's what's taking place. But yeah, it's Sunday, February 22nd. You know, that 222 is serious. That 222 is serious. It's nothing but anarchy. So let's get into this Mexico thing. It's I pray for any of those families who have been shaken up, people who have died, and pray for people to be safe over there. I mean, I saw them running through the tarmac, running in the airport, businesses looted, places being set on fire, cars being set on fire, just chaos. I mean, I'm sure it's not throughout the whole country, but you know, when the media get a hold of it, this is how they push it, right? You might call it accurate, or you might call it sensationalism. But let's check this thing out. Then I'm gonna break it down a little bit more, okay?
I'm Shauna Kalafi. We are following some developing news out of Mexico. Today, the Mexican army says they killed a powerful cartel leader during an operation meant to capture him. The Defense Department says the leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel was wounded during that operation about 2 hours from Guadalajara, and he later died while he was being flown to Mexico City. And this is a very powerful cartel there in Mexico. The leader now killed by the Mexican army, according to the Defense Department there. For more on this story, let's bring in Chris Dalby. He is an investigative journalist and author of CJNG, a guide to Mexico's deadliest cartel. Thank you so much for being here, Chris.
It's an absolute pleasure, Shauna. Thank you for having me.
So you actually wrote a book about this particular cartel, the CJNG. The Associated Press calls it the most powerful cartel in Mexico. The U.S. Deputy Secretary of State described the leader as one of the most ruthless drug kingpins in the world. Can you tell us more about this?
Absolutely. If you've heard about the worst of Mexican cartel violence, you know, the most horrid acts, the bodies, the decapitated corpses, the video, a lot of that begins with the CJNG. El Mencho is one of the most influential drug kingpins in the last 30 years. I would put him at the same level as Pablo Escobar and El Chapo when it comes to the quantity of drugs that his organization has moved in Mexico, in the United States, and further abroad. He is directly and indirectly responsible for the deaths of thousands of people in Mexico and through drugs in the United States. The problem is that while he absolutely deserved to face justice, removing him removes the man who kept the CJNG united. And while the CJNG is extremely violent, by far the most violent cartel in Mexico, removing him will likely lead 5 or 6 of his lieutenants turning on each other and ramping up the level of violence to perhaps record levels in Mexico to control the CJNG empire.
So was this done on purpose by inside force, outside force, whatever? And the goal was to bring instability so that a new person can be put in place, or a new group. Like I said, I've never thought that Claudia had the power. I mean, she's just window dressing, as far as I'm concerned. I just I don't see a woman running that thing. There's just no way. You got to come through those ranks, okay? She a politician, so. But anyway, now you got a vacuum over there. You got a vacuum, you got a void. And it's a race for power, right? Who's gonna run it now? Or is it gonna be a group? According to this guy and other reports I listened to, there's no person that was really appointed. That when this main guy got taken out, someone would step up. But what do I know? The gentleman might have had someone already in place. And the power was just putting out information that make us feel like there's more uncertainty, when they're the one probably had their hidden hand in the thing causing the uncertainty. But people, I really think that we're about to go into the one world system. And I believe a lot of things are being dismantled, including the cartels. I mean, look at Venezuela. Is that not being disassembled? Well, what's the difference? I just want you to see it. Because when we go into the one world system, some things will pass away, and behold, all things come new. I'm quoting the scripture, but hey, you know what I'm trying to say. The Antichrist wants things as smooth as silk when his transition goes in. And it just appears to me that he's making some moves before he actually take office. Or has the Antichrist already taken office? I just want you to think. Now, I would read the rest of this stuff, but it's already 11 minutes. Let me. I'll come back to some stuff. Claudia Schomburg, she was sworn in as Mexico's first female president, October 1st, 2024. October 1st, 2024. So October 1st, 2026 is the anniversary of her being the first female president. Subtracted from today, George Washington's birthday. The difference is 7/13. Didn't Trump get hit in the ear, they said, on July 13th of 2024? You think this is coincidence? You're trying to tell us something, baby. It's almost like a 2-for-1. I think they're speaking to America's future as well, let alone what's going on over there. When was the last time Kamala Harris was in Mexico? I had to go there because it's a female. The last time Kamala Harris was in Mexico was June 8th, 2021. I took June 8th, 2026 anniversary. Subtracted from today, I got 107 days. Don't that remind you of her book? Told y'all. She had 107 days to run for president. And she out there on the campaign. That is, she's selling her book, you know. Now, here's Claudia's birthday. June 24th, 1962. June 24th. Take June 20. What we got? Did I include her? I include her on this one. What I do have, I got Kamala Harris' book when it came out. September 23rd, 2025. Subtract that from today. And I get 216. That's August 24th, which is Barack Obama's birthday. Now let's see what else we got here. The last time Donald Trump was in Mexico was August 31st. Oh, August 31st, 2016. Take August 31st, 2027 anniversary, President Trump being in Mexico, versus today, I get 555. The last 10 days I've been showing you a lot about 555. Why? Because the Washington Monument is 555 feet tall. And less than a week ago, I showed you a video when Donald Trump, President Trump, was standing in front of Marine One, that is the helicopter. And in the background, there it was, 555 feet tall, the Washington Monument. And all this I've been showing you guys, that a stone's throw away is the White House. And in 1814, it got burnt down by Britain. You know, we had a gas can at Mar-a-Lago today. Guy had a gas can, they said, right? A gas can. And now we got cars on fire in Mexico. Can all reflect on 1814 when Britain set the White House on fire. I believe these stories are done to tell us. It's a dualistic story. It happened in Mexico, but it's speaking about America as well. Will we wake up one day with anarchy in the street and things on fire and things crazy? Will it get to that point? Now, here's the day, 10/1/2024. What is that? 10/1/2024. That's the day that Claudia took office. So let's look at that. 10/1/2024. That's when Claudia, the president of Mexico, took office. January 20th, 2025 is when Trump took office. The difference is 111. Snake eyes. Or the 111th day of the year is April 21st. That's when Pope Francis died. Is that coincidence? Wow. Both of those presidents, Mexico's president, the day when she got in office versus the day that Trump got in office is 111 days. I think they speaking, baby. I told you. Allegedly, we got a hand in this thing. Let's see, when was the last time the Pope visited Mexico? February 12th of 2016. February 12th of 2016. Pope Francis was over there. Yeah, let's look at that. February 12th, 2017. I'm sorry, February 12th, 2027 anniversary of the last Pope that was over there, Pope Francis. Subtracted from today gives you 11/22. JFK was killed on 11/22. See, it's combined. It's twined. Again, I really do. I've been noticing the trend. It's just multiple Humpty Dumptys. People being dethroned, unalived, things being changed, administration. Excuse me, been a long day. People being captured like Maduro. You got 2 drug situations in less than 45 days? You got a alleged drug kingpin with Maduro from Venezuela. And now, unfortunately, you got someone who's unalive in Mexico dealing with the kingpin drug deal over there. I believe the powers want a little chaos so they can bring order out of it and run it the way they want to run it. I'm Franchise Pearson. Tell me what you think. It's been a long day, but hey, these anniversaries of things like this, George Washington's birthday, the beginning, America started off with a bang, did we not? And the first 3 out of 5 presidents died on July 4th. So hey, it ain't like we foreign to disruption and fires and unalived. And is it coming back? It appears so. We might be in a tribulation, y'all. It's showing the hell feel like it. We got to get right, stay right, get ready for the flight. The glory is still in the story. We got to keep on trusting and believing. God bless you.